أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء المرسلين وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد. Assalamu alaikum jamian wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and thank you again for joining us for this session number 4 of our course on seeking inspiration from the Ibadat performed by the Ahlul Bayt. Yesterday we looked at a beautiful hadith regarding Prophet's Ibadat and the command of his wife. Before we continue, finalize the thing, I just see if I want to see in case if people had time to think about questions for reflection. So we did not even have answer for the previous one. I'll start with the previous one, otherwise we'll just go quickly. So here the question was, what are the common points in these verses? Anybody is there to volunteer?
Salam Sheikh, can I try?
La, Bismillah.
Okay, so I noticed the common theme in all the verses were the prophets inviting people to worship Allah.
Okay, and what else is there? Another thing?
I didn't see that. I just saw this one.
Ya qawmi abudullaha ma lakum min ilahin ghayru. He did not only say that worship Allah, right? But one thing which was very clear is that there is no God besides Him. Because if Allah is just a deity whom we worship, but He's such a deity that there is He does not have any kind of companion or a peer. So it makes very clear. Ya qamudullah ma lakum min ilahin ghayru. Do you see here? Nu is saying, here Hud is saying, then Saleh, Okada ya qamudullah ma lakum min ilahin ghayru, right? Shoaib ya qam ma lakum min ilahin ghayru. So this is the fundamental thing in Islam. That ibadat, yes, ibadat, worshipping, adoring, serving, venerating, everybody does. Everybody does. It's not only Muslims. We do to Allah. But besides that, we only adore, we only worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Even the Prophet, when we consider him as such a sacred person, when we remember him in the namaz, we say, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika la wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Before even we mention him as a messenger of Allah, and then we recite out after that, we say that no, he is abd of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So he also is a servant. So keep in mind that this thing goes together. This is not only worshipping Allah, worshipping only one God. He does not have any, there is no God besides him. So worshipping is only that, and that is the fundamental belief of Islam. Tawheed is the fundamental thing. There is no compromise at all in this. No. Okay, what about this one? Anybody would like to say something about this? Subhanallah. Okay, you can see Allah says here to us, of course, addressing the Prophet, but then we are also addressed. وَأَمُرْ أَهْلَكَ بِالصَّلَاةِ وَاسْتَبِرْ عَلَيْهَا. Bid your family, encourage your family to pray, and be steadfast in maintaining it, right? لَا نَسْأَلُكَ رِزْقًا نَحْنُ نَرْزُقُكَ. We do not ask any provision of you. It is we who provide it. So it's not that Allah is asking any kind of provision. Allah is the provider of the provision. So sometimes people delay their prayers. Sometimes people say, oh, my work is more important. I can pray later on. We make our namaz qaza. We make our namaz very quickly, right? Or for example, that what am I getting for this, right? Here is that we are the one. We provide. Allah is the provider. Because one of the biggest preoccupation of human being, especially I don't want to undermine the sisters what also work. Sisters also have a lot of role in the family. But when a man goes out to work, right, and has to support the family, it is a huge burden. It's a huge burden. A person, whether a man or a woman, who has to support the family to bring in risk, it's a huge burden, right? So if that is your preoccupation, it should not come in the way. La nasuluka risk. We do not ask any risk. Rather, we provide you. We do not ask from you, but rather we provide you, right? So keep in mind that many people sometimes, because of their work and work, for example, seeking provision, they underlook the ibadah. They forget about it, right? Or for example, a mother would say, "My son is going to go to work today. You know, he is a big work, so let him sleep. Let him sleep over the namaz. He can do it later on, right? I will know." Or the wife would say, "Okay, my husband is working. I know he gets very tired when he comes back. I would not wake him up." No, Allah will forgive him. No, it doesn't come. We have, as a mother, as a wife, no, as a parent, sometimes we have that big heart for the family, which is fine. But when it comes to salat, no. Clearly, you can see, wa'amur. Allah does not even say that no, pray or encourage. No, He says command. Actually, no, the translation "ya bid your family" is not even the best translation. No, the best translation would be wa'amur. Command your family. No, order your family for salat. Right. So what is amr? No. Okay, so that was day before. We go to yesterday's presentation. Yes. Why would Prophet stand on the tips of the toes in prayer? Now, this is Aisha doesn't say, but here Kala or Kala here refers to maybe the reporter, no, the narrator who is narrating this. Kala wa kana Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam yakumu ala atrafi asabi rijlayhi. Prophet used to stand on the tips of his toes in prayer. Anybody can offer a possible reason?
I cannot see the slides. I don't know if everybody else can.
Oh, you can't see the slide?
No.
Oh, you should have said earlier, sorry. Okay, let me just say again, share. Can you see it now?
Yes, now I can see it.
Okay, thank you. We didn't know that. Okay. This is the technology, right? Okay. So here it says that Prophet used to stand on the tips of his toes. Why would it be like that?
Would it be out of reverence for Allah that is like we're always on the edge because
Words
we're
of Allah
born.
subhanahu wa ta'ala, yeah. That is the most possible reason, right? Most probable reason that it is the reverence that no, no, you have asked us to say prayers, but no, I'll do it in such a way, just showing my dedication. As we said, Ibadat, earlier we gave the meaning of Ibadat. Abada means to serve, to venerate, to adore, right, to worship. All these are meanings of Abada. So when you really want to show that Allah, keep in mind that when we are praying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, at that particular time, there is a direct communication with Allah and human being. Direct. We are, you know, if we were to, if Allah is not a body, Allah is not any kind of physical thing, that's our belief. But if we were to, for example, see Allah, you'll see that how much He's looking at us, how He's, admiring our ibadat, right? So at that particular time, as a person who is, you know, completely, in love with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in worshiping Him, right? Would do everything to show that veneration. That could be the most probable reason. Of course, people would say that maybe those time they did not have the comfort, so maybe the Prophet was standing, was maybe there were pebbles there were some kind of things there. So because of that, no, he might be not standing properly. That's what other people will say that no, just because of the environment. But the most probable thing is the veneration, right? The tips of his toes, and as you will see also as we discuss about ibadat of other Bayt, you'll find something similar coming of showing the veneration. So, but my only reason of bringing this particular slide and discussing is that the inspiration we can seek. Because what happens with us, that we always look so much for comfort all the time, right? That we are told, okay, stand in the front line of namaz jama'at, there is more sawab. No, no, no. I will see if I can go at the end. I see at a place which is more comfortable, which is less heated, more heated, less voice, more voice, right? Is there a carpet here? Is there no carpet, right? We do all those kind of things. It's a different thing, for example, that as we age, become senior, then we have challenges of sitting down or, for example, sitting on a hard floor. Those are different things that we use, for example, pads and everything to keep under the knee, which I understand. This is because of challenge. But no, a young person trying to find a comfortable place to say prayers, that is not the best thing, no. Just imagine this prophet how he's saying prayer. Right? They are praying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For me, if I am in praying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it will be in a position in such a way that I'll forget all the discomfort because I'm in communication with the most beloved. Now, this is, of course, we are forgetting. When a young boy and a girl they get recently engaged, just see them how they are talking and how much they are fascinated with each other, right? At every aspect. Every other discomfort, they will forget about it, just in the process of just talking with that person. So this is the kind of, even more than we should be our relation to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that we are praying with the most beloved, right? Who is so kind and merciful. As one hadith says that Allah is 70 times more kind than a mother is, right? So this is it, that we show that relation respect and overcome any kind of discomfort because we are in communication with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, let's go to today's presentation. So we'll start with what one sister yesterday shared with us, something similar, but this is Imam Ali himself is saying. But before that, you can see Imam Ali is talking in Najwalaga something interesting, which I would like to just draw attention because people sometimes don't realize the role of Imam Ali and how close he was to Prophet and how he was one of the original person, the oldest Muslim, right? Al-Mu'min says that in those days, Islam was observed only in one house. Now, perhaps he is trying to say that namaz in a house, not Islam, or maybe the way of living or the observing, right? But Islam was observed only in one house, in which Holy Prophet Khadija resided, and I was the third in the house, right? So, subhanAllah, you can imagine that long before people started praying, long before people started knowing Islamic values, Islamic culture, right, Islamic way of doing things, Imam Ali was already in the house. That's one thing. Secondly, you can imagine Janabi Khadija, who was such a great lady, who was elder in age, a few years, 3 years elder to Rasulullah, right? She was elder in age. She was a businesswoman. But now at home, she is praying with Rasulullah, right? You can see they're having a prayer with Rasulullah. And then he joins, Imam Ali joins, right? So he's talking about a lifestyle inside the house. Nobody can do this. Nobody can give us this kind of report except Ali because he was living with them, right? From childhood, he was, because when Abu Talib was in difficulty, so they went to him and said that, no, we will take care of some of your children. So Rasulullah took the care of Ali and some other of his brothers, that took care of other sons of Abu Talib, right? So this is it, that, he was there. He said, I witnessed myself. And this is the Nahj Balagh. Subhanallah. Now he talks about his own ibadat. That how do I pray? Right? He says, Ma abattuka. Perhaps if because ma abattuka, this ka is talking to Allah. That's why I put into bracket, a square bracket. When you put a square bracket, that means it is from the translator. When you put something in a round bracket, it's just for explanation, something to make it explain the thing. But square bracket is not there. Yeah, Rabbi is not there here, but maybe if you see the whole of these, maybe earlier I might have mentioned it. Ma'abattuka, right? Oh my Lord, I did not worship you. Tama'an fi jannatika. Out of the desire for your paradise. Tama'an fi jannatika. Yes, your jannat is great. It is prepared by you for the believers, for the people who obey you. But I did not do because of that now. Wala khawfan min narika. You also have prepared Jahannam for those who disobey you, those who defy you, defy your orders, don't worship you. I did not, for example, even do this thing so that I'm feared that if I don't pray, then I end up Jannah. ولكن وجدتك أهلا للعبادة. See, this is the real. ولكن وجدتك أهلا للعبادة. I found you worthy of worship. So this is, keep in mind that not, even this is like yesterday we said, talk to the children. Sometimes children ask this question, why pray again? Why all this thing, waking up in the morning? Why all those things? Allah deserves, no, Allah is worthy of that. No? It's like, for example, sometimes you find a person, right, who is elderly but kind, then you say, this person deserves respect, deserves my service. You'll go out of your way to serve that person. You know, say, aunt or uncle, please just wait. I'll go and bring your shoes. Give me your key. I will switch on the car, heat it. I'll bring the car near the gate, right? We do these things sometimes to people whom you really find that these people deserve that kind of respect. No? So imagine Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? Allah is not a body that we go and, for example, kiss his hand or kiss his forehead or not show reverence. No. Allah is a being, right? But وَجَدْتُكَ أَحَدًا لِلْعِبَادَةِ, that the, you see, the least relation or connection between a creator and the creature is what? Is ibadat. Now, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ, as we did earlier in the first session, right? I did not create jinn and ins except that they worship me. So the relation between a creature and creator, the least is ibadat. The other also, for example, we venerate and we serve his religion and we help Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He says himself says, "Uman yansurullah," and who is going to help Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? So, but no, ibadat is the way to show that kind of relation. So ولكن وجدتك أحد العبادة. Now, of course, the problem with many of us that we will not reach the stage to realize that what is Allah ahl of, what is Allah deserving, what is Allah worthy of, because we will not really, there is no way, for example, anybody can have the exact idea of worthy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, where is the creator, where is the creature, but we are not raising ourselves to realize that worth of Allah. ولكن وجدتك أهلا للعبادة فعبدتك. So because of that, so I worship you, right? So beautiful. This is something. This is the second line, is something you should often, as you stand on your musalla to pray, at that particular time, just say that, Ya Allah, here I am, right, in your presence. وَجَدْتُكَ أَهْلَ الْعِبَادَةِ وَوَدْتُكَ. No, I just found you worthy of worship, having realized that how great you are, how kind you are, how provider of provision you are, how you have been kind to me and my family and my parents and all those things, right? And my community and everybody, of course, there is no way we can thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but you look around with all those ni'mat, right? If not now, even the history. SubhanAllah, I remember one day, a scholar went to see a young person. A young person, he was a good person and also a muttaqi boy, but he was just in his 30s, right? And he was wearing a huge, bandage on his head. So this person is asking, the scholar is asking that why you are keeping this bandage on your head? He said, my head is aching, right? No. So the person, scholar said, that means you are announcing to people that your head is aching, right? What is this? The entire body is well, is functioning well, that you are not announcing to Allah, people that know, subhanallah, my hands are working, my feet are working, my teeth is okay, my lungs are working, everything, that there's nothing. When somebody comes to you, you're just announcing that, oh, my head is aching, right? This is it. So, subhanallah, we forget about so many names just when we have this little problem, right? Look at, for example, we are going through winter season, right? Everybody has a complaint. Where is this going to finish? How long it is? How severe it is, right? Forgetting so many other names which are there, right? So, وَلَكِنْ وَجَدْتُكَ أَهْلًا لِلْعِبَادَةِ فَأَعْطَيْتُكَ. Subhanallah, this is the ibadat of Ali ibn Abi Talib, right? This is what we are thinking. Subhanallah, how great is ibadat, right? It's the question. There's also other slide, but I don't want to also take your time. Already people would like to go and rest after the mass. No. But the question for reflection is there anything wrong praying achieving the paradise, right? that there's a type of the paradise. No? So here he says that no, I'm not worshipping you, taman fi jannatika, wala khafan min ulaika. Or for example, is there anything wrong in avoiding making salat kaza so that should not go to Jahannam? No, because I remember that when we were young, this was exactly what we were told. Namaz nahi paro, to Jahannam aa jaso. Aag mein barso, right? These are the things we were doing it. So that has always stayed. Or for example, not only that, a person wakes up in the morning and think that, oh, I'm so tired, let me just sleep. But then remembers, no, today I have to drive all the way from my place to maybe another place which is 50 miles away. Today I've got an interview. Today a big customer is going to come and see me. Maybe he will give a big order, right? So suddenly I remembered those things. When I was about to go to sleep again, I remembered those things. I said, oh, in that case, no, I should not miss my namaz. Maybe because otherwise, no, I won't get the order. Otherwise, I won't receive. Again, you can see the intention is what? Intention is not that you want to say prayers because Allah is worthy of it. So, no, if I don't do that, then I'm going to lose. You know. So all this, khawf doesn't only mean khawf of nar. Khawf of nar, khawf of, for example, losing provision, khawf of not getting what you want, right? Tama is not only Jannah. Tama, for example, I should get my risk, I should get my customers, I should pass it, I should go through my interview. These are all Tama, right? So we have to look at this thing. Are these kind of things there as we say Ibadat? No. Are we just saying, no, no, no. Come what may. It doesn't matter. Even I'm going to say my prayers, I have interview not whether I do or not make it for the interview, nothing or not. My Lord, no, He deserves worship, it's my duty. All these things are just secondary, completely. No, if Allah gives, that's fine, but my main aim is, no, Allah, I found you, worthy of worship, and I'll worship. Okay, inshallah, we'll see you again tomorrow. Yesterday, I took 1 hour time of mine getting the emails of all those registrants and send them an email, remind them of the class, even the attendance is low. So I don't know what would be the other solution. That just pray, inshallah, that people realize that when they register, they are supposed to attend the course, inshallah. Wassalamu alaikum, inshallah, see you tomorrow. Allah Hafiz.